Hello, goblins. It's Chris, Eldritch Pipes, and it's an episode of this week's Pipes. The weather's been really changeable around here at the moment. It's cool and rainy and cloudy, and then hot and sunny. It's kind of all over the shop, which is it's a bit bizarre in the workshop. You never know whether to put another top on or not. But I've been growing some jalapeno peppers, and it loves it. You know, plenty of water, plenty of sunshine. It's just like going gangbusters. I'm smoking, to no great surprise, some Tilbury. I just can't get enough of it. It's just the way it is. This week I read Red Dragon, which is a book by Thomas Harris. It's the first in the Hannibal Lecter trilogy. I haven't seen the movie, or at least I don't think I have. If I've seen it, it's been a very long time, and I don't remember. It was a really good book, but what really surprised me about it when I was thinking about it afterwards, there's no, well, I was about to say there's no crime committed in the book. There's one, but it's kind of off topic. It's not the Red Dragon doing his thing. He's done 2 crimes before the book starts, and he's planning another one, and but yeah, it doesn't happen in the book. And I thought, actually, that's kind of reminiscent of Silence of the Lambs. If I recall correctly, Buffalo Bill has killed some people before the movie starts, and has someone sort of in his lair, but he doesn't actually kill anyone in the movie that I remember. I'm going to have to watch them again. I thought it's quite interesting, so it means the story is a lot of reflecting on what has happened and anticipating about what is going to happen, but not on what's happening right now. Give a curious take on things. TV-wise, I've been doing a lot of re-watching. Haven't been able to find anything new. Watching a bit of the... there's been a dramatisation of the Fukushima nuclear power plant meltdowns. I'm watching a bit of that, which is fascinating. But mostly rewatching the first season of The Witcher. Rewatching Wednesday, and rewatching the first season of Altered Carbon, all on Netflix. In between, watching season 2 of The Bear, which is great if you haven't seen it, and here and there catching episodes of Gravity Falls, which is another favourite of mine. So yeah. You think, does this guy have time to make pipes with all the watching that he does? I just do a bit of watching in the evenings, and it's all over the shop, here and there. Pipe-wise, I had a fun week. I've done 2 shapes that are very usual to me. One you can almost certainly guess. And I had a chance to try a new design. Not just a new design, but also have fun with the rustication on it. So I'm quite interested to show you and see what you think of it. So let's have a look. Where am I going to put things? Aha! Of course. It's a trusty acorn. This one is a really like super warm rendition, done with the earth and ivory stem and really deep red brown cordovan. Makes for a lovely pairing. Nice medium blast. Got your ring grain popping off. Seems to be like this ring grain on this side and then straight grain, well, a bit of both on the other side. But not too much straight grain on this side. Like the ring grain really came out. Kind of nice. And then on the other side, okay, it's quite cross-hatchy. So you got the ring grain, but you really see the straight grain as well. I really like the cross-hatch look when you can get it, which is kind of like when the straight grain and ring grain are revealed in sort of equal amounts. It kind of looks like spider webbing, which is, I like it. And then this saddle stem in the earth and ivory. I didn't drop it. So yeah, trusty acorn. I think I plan to make at least one a week. And I'm doing it so far. The only funny things about the pipe this week was that the finishes got all switched around. I thought that acorn was going to be smooth. In the end, it didn't make the cut, so it was a sandblast. The pipe that I was going to rusticate is now smooth because it turned out to make a gorgeous smooth. And then the pipe that I rusticated, I was going to sandblast. So they all kind of like, the finishes like rotated. But I still did all the finishes that I was going to do. It was funny. But this one, okay, right. A smooth prince. This is the one I thought was going to rusticate, but then the stars aligned. I'd already picked out the olive Cumberland. And so the only real match I could do was black and yellow. So it is a black and yellow contrast stain. Which is pretty striking. It's kind of an unusual pairing. Normally when you see black and yellow, it's a well, they call it a chemical stain, but it's what's the recipe? It's iron acetate. No, it's an iron oxide. Oh, I forget. I got all the ingredients, but I haven't used. This isn't that, but it emulates that look. Um, the big problem with doing black and yellow is that most blacks are based on a blue pigment, a dark blue pigment, and so when you put yellow over it, it can cause a green tinge overall. And the thing about the chemical stain is that it's just dead black. You know, it's like carbon black, so there's no green tinge. The other thing that you can do is have two pigments that don't interact, and so that's what I do. It's two kinds of pigment that don't interact with each other. Very pleased with this fellow. And a surprise. It was quite a surprise. And the last one, I wanted to do something different, so I just was investigating a different shape. It's kind of inspired by the fig shape. I don't know if you've ever seen one, but it's kind of like, I suppose it bears a vague relationship to the strawberry, and that it kind of like starts off bulbous up top and then tapers. But this is a taper kind of subtly. And I did a different stem treatment for this as well. And then I rusticated the bejesus out of it. Let it go. So it actually comes down here like to an angle, and then it comes up to a point on this top here. I really wanted to put some structure into the rustication this time, and so I went really heavy on the first step. The rustication that I do has like 3 steps to it, and you can change the look depending on how heavy you go on which step. And I went really heavy on the first step to really sort of to create some ridginess, and then with the second and third steps, just then eat into the shape, which is a lot of fun. And then this is kind of like, I suppose you have to call it a saddle stem, but I'm not sure if there's a particular name for it, but it's not like a normal saddle stem, in that it kind of like, it because it goes in, it eats in, I'm lost for language on how to explain the design, but normally if it was a saddle stem, like the stem would be like the full width, at least starting. Maybe it would taper to the button, but because you step down first and then do, it's almost like and then you do like a taper stem. So it was like a saddle taper. I don't know what you call it. But I really enjoyed the shape. I'm looking forward to doing a sandblast or a smooth of this one. Very interesting. All right, that's this week's pipes. Hope you enjoyed them. They were, yeah, they were very enjoyable to make. They were even a surprise to me with the switch round of finishes. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get with Briar. Right, that's enough from me. I expect to be back next week with some more pipes. You can say it's not true, but it is. Back next week with more pipes. So until then, take it very easy, your loyal pipe maker.